News that works for you. This is the Delta News Morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Delta News Morning on Fox. I'm Tamara Lopez. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Let's jump into your top stories of the day. At least 2 Mississippi senators have tested positive for coronavirus since the legislative session began in Jackson. One House member tested positive, and this kicked up a debate about whether or not to suspend this year's session. But House Speaker Philip Gunn says meetings will continue online, showing no interest in pausing activities at the state capitol. Here's Ross Adams with that report.
2 members of the Mississippi legislature have tested positive for COVID-19, according to the Lieutenant Governor's office.
I know I was in contact with both of the senators who tested positive in committee meetings this week. I was tested by Dr. Dobbs on yesterday, and my results came back negative.
State Senator Derek Simmons says some members of the legislature who may have been exposed to the virus don't want to get tested. Simmons says others refuse to wear a mask.
That's the troubling thing about being in this building with 174 members and another 100 or so staff members. It's a super spreader event.
That's why Simmons supports Hoseman's proposal to temporarily suspend the session.
I don't know, but if they feel strongly about it, let them take a vote.
House Speaker Philip Gunn says it takes a 2/3 vote majority in both chambers of the legislature to pause the session.
A 2/3 vote. I guess that's my question. Do they have a 2/3 vote on that end of the building to do anything?
Speaker Gunn says he's opposed to stopping the House's work. He believes they're doing everything they can to keep members safe from coronavirus.
We have separated the people out. We've got them in different rooms. We've been doing that. Did that last June when we were up here.
A COVID-19 outbreak last summer forced the legislature to shut down after dozens of House and Senate members tested positive during the debate to change the state flag. According to Gunn, only one House member recently tested positive for COVID.
Let's take a week off maybe, come back, reset, and start again.
I think the safety of the members and the safety of the people in this building should be paramount.
And as we continue to watch and monitor the pandemic, the COVID-19 cases here in Mississippi continue to rise. The State Department of Health reporting more than 1,400 new cases of COVID-19 in our state, with 75 deaths reported last night. That makes for a total of over 266,000 cases since the outbreak began. For more information and those numbers broken down by county, you can visit the health page at msdh.ms.gov. And 100 million people. That's how many people have been affected across the globe with COVID-19. That stat comes from the Johns Hopkins University's data. The U.S., India, Brazil, Russia, and the U.K. have the most cases, with the U.S. contributing to about a quarter of all coronavirus cases in the world. More than 2 million people have died from the virus since it first emerged more than a year ago. And let's switch gears this morning to your local headlines. Completing classwork is becoming a lot easier from some local students. That's all thanks to a collaboration with area churches. Accessing the internet is as easy as can be now. The Delta News' Andronita Williams explains.
I'm standing here on the parking lot of New Jerusalem MB Church, one of the 3 locations for virtual learning for Greenville Public School District. Now, the other locations include Mount Horeb and Lily of the Valley churches. Students are able to connect their laptop devices for virtual learning.
Yes, for virtual learning. Everybody in this community will be able to use this username and password to get on with their devices.
Greenville Public School District has installed hotspots on school buses that will be parked in centralized locations to provide internet access for students to complete coursework for virtual learning.
Well, the children would log in with their SSID, which is the username, and this is their password. And this is for everybody that lives in this community.
Students within 100 to 350 feet of the locations will have access to the hotspots. The technology director says this project was intended for the success of students.
We care about kids. We care about kids, and we care about them learning what to do and our virtual learning.
The hotspots will remain on buses as long as virtual learning continues. In Greenville, Andronita Williams, the Delta News.
For questions and concerns regarding the installation of hotspots, you can contact the Greenville Public School District. And meanwhile, it's a great week for food in Cleveland and the Bolivar County area as Restaurant Week gets underway. The Delta News' Timmy Lane tells us more.
It's Restaurant Week here in Bolivar County, and citizens are taking advantage of great food, drinks, and treats.
Restaurant Week is a traditional honor here in Cleveland, Bolivar County. And each restaurant gets the ability to choose one featured item that they can highlight during that entire week. And what happens is the consumers will come in, they'll choose that item. And the best part is $1 every time that item is purchased goes to a community project. And this year, we're allowing the consumers to vote on that community project.
One Bolivar County restaurant has been in business for over 20 years. It has some of the best food in the Delta.
I've been here for 21 years. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, this was my parents' restaurant. It changed hands a few times, and in 2000, it became Catfish Corral. In 2005, it became Catfish Cabin, and I have been here ever since. For Restaurant Week, we are doing our small or our large ribeye. So every time a customer comes in and orders a ribeye, we will contribute $1 to Restaurant Week. For 2021, we are revamping our menu. We should have our new menus out within the next week or two. We have 5 different dining rooms so that we can be COVID compliant. Our servers, our staff wear their masks. We are here Sunday through Friday for lunch from 11 to 1:30. We're here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. There's always someone here that can answer the phone to answer any questions that you have. We can be reached at 846-0004. We also have a food truck that we can do mobile catering. We can come to you.
This year, we're doing something special because we want to give back to the restaurants and the servers because we understand that they were hit, that the restaurant business was hit really hard during COVID. So the top 3 servers this year will receive a $100 gift card for their participation and pushing the highlighted menu items.
Steve Moore, Deputy Sheriff, enjoying this meal here at Catfish Cabin for Restaurant Week, and also keep the community safe at the same time.
That's great, man. I come here all the time. Great place to eat almost every day. Super great place, nice people, good food. It's real great.
The Cleveland Bolivar County urges you to participate in Restaurant Week here. Remember, you have until January 30th to eat local and eat safe. Timmy Lane, Delta News.